What's up, you guys, and welcome back. If you're new, my name is Heather, and I love sharing all-inclusive resorts with you guys. I am also a hairstylist. My husband is a travel advisor. We have 3 kids. We have been venturing to the eastern part of Mexico with these resorts,
but felt it was time to branch out. So now we are bringing you an all-inclusive resort in the beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Hoping to help you guys figure out where to go on your next vacation and where to spend your hard-earned money. Sometimes these resorts are good and sometimes they're not so good. We are a young, fun couple that likes to keep it real and likes to have a good time. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button, give us a like, a comment down below if you have one. Now let's jump into a resort that we just got back from. So naturally, when we pay more for something, we think we're going to be getting the best experience, the best quality. And that's not necessarily the case with this resort, which is why I'm making this video for you guys. Even though my husband and me are travel agents now, it's never gonna stop me from telling you guys the real tea on a place. You can book on Expedia, Cheap Caribbean, you can book with us. I would just hate for someone to spend all this money and not have a good experience. So that is why I do this channel. Watch my previous videos even before we were travel agents. I will always keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna stop yapping, I'm gonna get ready, and I'll show you the rest of the video. So let's start at the beginning. We chose to go to Breathless Punta Cana as our very first resort ever in the Dominican Republic. We were super excited about this resort. We loved their Cancun property. So we decided to compare the Breathless Punta Cana resort. We used a company called Viator for our private round trip shuttle service. It took us about 40 minutes to get to our resort from the airport, and it was about $100 for both of us. As soon as we arrived, we went to check in, got our welcome drinks, and then was able to check into our room since it was later in the afternoon. It was around 4 p.m. So they gave us some vouchers with our discounts that we got upon booking, showed us a map, explained where everything was, which was great. So as with all my videos, I'm going to break each section down from the beaches, the pools, the food, the rooms, etc. So let's start out with the beach. It was a very beautiful beach. It was located right off the main pool. You couldn't see the beach from the pools, but you still could get that breeze, which is something I always like. It had a volleyball court. It does have a pool bar right here, and I like that they had plenty of seating. They do have upgrades available at this resort. It's called the Exal Club, and they do get a private seating on the beach, which sometimes can be worth it. However, at this resort, this certain property, I did not believe the upgrades were worth what you got. As you can see there, you did get a little tiny spread to yourself, but you could still get some covered seating under palapas for free without upgrading, so we chose not to upgrade at this particular resort. Some resorts we do, though. Now let's talk about the pools. I loved the pools here. They were ginormous compared to Breathless Riviera Cancun. This was the first pool when you walk out. It's the party pool. It's got all the liveliness, the action. They have a little bar right here. They also have a swim-up bar right underneath. A fun touch that they do for this pool is putting the deck pool up there that you can jump up in and hang out. They have lots of fun parties over here, like I mentioned. The foam party we got to catch one day. It was a lot of fun. However, as you can see, very, very crowded. One thing I did not like about this resort was there was not a lot of seating around the pools. You would literally have to wake up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to find a spot. As you can see, people are throwing out their towels on the lawn just to get a spot to set down, which I think the resort could do better. I think they could put out some more seating for sure. But we did enjoy the pools. And then if you keep walking past the party pool, as I call it, you will get a little bit more of a quiet section. You could still hear some music, so I wouldn't call it totally quiet, but a little less rowdy than the party pool is. Again, hard to find seating over here as well. Typically, we would make it to the pool around 10 o'clock in the morning after breakfast, and it was so hard to find a chair, which was a little frustrating, I will say. I do like that they have a lot of pools and space, but I feel like they could add a few more chairs to accommodate everybody. So showing you the different pool over here, they do have a bar. You can walk up and get some drinks. I did see a couple of bartenders walking around, but not very many. So it seems like over here, unless you come all the way down towards the end near the beach, they do have a swim up right here. But you might have to get out of the pool and go to the bar to get some drinks. Another thing we enjoyed is the nightlife that this resort offers. We loved their Cancun property, which made us kind of choose Breathless again. Lots of fun activities, theme parties at night. I did like that they posted their entire schedule out in the main lobby. Plus, they have drinks of the day and activities that are going on throughout the day. So I thought that was really neat. Again, super fun nightlife. If you love to dance, if you like to turn up a little bit, Breathless would be a good option for you. I will say that they did have a white party night one night on the beach, and it was a little lacking. The other theme party nights were a lot better. There wasn't much going on here out on the beach. It was super crazy windy. Maybe that was why, I don't know, but people were not really enjoying it. So we decided to see what else they had that night, and they do have a fun kind of sky bar lounge. You can hang out here, play some pool, watch some TV, or come out on the balcony where you can overlook the property. I thought it was very pretty at night. I do like how they have the grounds decorated here. It's got that kind of modernness but still tropical vibe to it. And another option at night is the casino. It's not big, but hey, they do have one. Now this next part of the video is where things go south, where we were a lot disappointed with things. So here's the room. When you walk in, you think, oh, okay, it's nice. You start looking in a little bit closer, you'll see that things are very outdated, and a little bit closer to that, it was a little dirty in some certain areas. You do get a double sink, which is, nice to have. They did have a bidet, which I've never seen before in a resort. So if, you're looking for that, they do have one here at Breathless Punta Cana. We did not use that. I don't even know if we would know how to use that. You do get your storage, your robes, slippers, safe, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty standard in most rooms. And then overlooking, you can kind of see it's a little outdated. Definitely not as modern as some of the other resorts we've been to. Definitely not like Breathless, Riviera, Cancun. They do keep a few little things in your fridge. Not much, though, I will say. And when we scope out the rest of the room, we got a king room. The air worked great, and it was the standard room that this resort offers. I looked up the other rooms in the upgraded premium section, the Exalt Club as they call it. The rooms looked very, very similar, not much different. So again, I just didn't feel the need to pay extra to upgrade, and it was quite a bit more to upgrade here. It does have an outdoor jacuzzi. It was very dirty. I was like, there's no way we're going to get in there, but I mean, it's a nice touch if that's what you're looking for. Our room was located right off the lobby, outside the party pool. Down below, I wanted to show you the swim up rooms because I thought about upgrading to that, but with the cost that they were charging, and then once I noticed it wasn't a true swim up, like you can't just walk out and jump in. Anybody was jumping in here. It didn't matter if you have a swim up room or not. Anybody could jump in, be right out in front of your room, which I thought might be a little annoying. So I was not going to spend that money to upgrade to a swim out when it wasn't like a true swim out. So again, not super happy with the room. It was pretty dirty in some certain spots. It had a funky smell to it. Just for the price we paid, I was expecting a little bit nicer, but I was going to live with it. I wasn't going to complain about that to the hotel, but of course I'm going to show you guys, and talking to other people when we're there, it seemed like a couple people thought the same thing we did. The rooms were just a little lacking. Now let's go into the food. Nice thing about this resort is they do have a coffee shop, which I always love to have to go grab some quick snacks, or if you want a light breakfast. They do have a buffet for breakfast and lunch. As you can see, there was a little bit of a line, but the buffet was actually decent. It was probably the best food in the entire resort over all the other restaurants, the a la carte dinners, that kind of thing. We did enjoy breakfast and lunch. Dinners, completely different story. And when you're paying this price at a resort, you're expecting some decent food, some good, more than decent. You're expecting great food for a 4.5, 5-star resort. Getting to that in just a second. For lunch, they also have an optional place you can go down by the beach, which is nice to put your feet in the sand. The hamburgers were really good here. We did enjoy the lunches. Again, if you want to upgrade to the Exalt Club, you get access to the strip grill at lunchtime, which is this little building right beside the pool. You get your, extra menu that's not available to the standard guests like we were. Moving into our first restaurant, we decided to get the Japanese or fusion cuisine, as they call it here at Breathless, Silk City. They didn't have a huge option for food. We decided not to do the hibachi tables because we've done those so many times at resorts. So we just sat down at the tables and ordered, right off the menu. Sushi was okay. The dinner, not my favorite. So we headed to the buffet because we were still hungry. We didn't eat very much. The dinner over here at the buffet, I always was getting the pasta. I really liked the pasta here, but it was a little frustrating that we couldn't enjoy the nice sit-down a la carte dinners that most people kind of get excited for at all-inclusive resorts. So the buffet had some good options for dinner. I loved the desserts here. So we tried the French restaurant the next night, but it was very lackluster as well. My chicken was not very cooked, so I did not eat, and we went to the buffet afterwards just like the night before. So I am coming live from not Breathless, but actually a resort that's like 4 or 5 different resorts away from Breathless. So we ended up switching to the Royalton Chic because this was our first time to Punta Cana, and we wanted to make sure we ended on a good experience. It's our 15th anniversary, so we decided to switch resorts. Why did we switch resorts? We weren't planning on this. We were planning on staying the full 5 nights, 6 days at Breathless. We stayed at Breathless in Cancun, Breathless Riviera Cancun. We had a great time. It's one of my favorite trips that I talk about all the time. And so I was really looking forward to this trip to Breathless Punta Cana. So the reviews, when you're looking it up, it's rated as a 4.5 to 5-star resort, and the price we paid, I was expecting it to be amazing. I did read some reviews. It was like 70% was great, and then that 30% was, like not so good. So it had a higher mark of being a good experience. And in all my reviews, I am 100% honest up front with you guys. I want you to make sure when you're spending your money on vacations that you pick something that you're going to love. We actually met a couple that switched over to Royalton as we did. So I'm like, I know it's not just me, like I'm not that hard to please. Ty even has a client in May coming to Breathless. We booked them through Breathless, and we are now switching her over to the Royalton to get that same upbeat, lively experience. She's paying less, and she's gonna get a better, experience as far as the food, the drinks, and the rooms go, because over here at Royalton Chic, it's so much more upgraded. Funny thing is, the price is cheaper. If we would have paid a 2 to 3 star price for Breathless, I would not be mad. Like, I would be like, hey, we only paid this much, we can't expect much. But for what we paid coming to Breathless, which will be shared at the end of the video, I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, this is supposed to be a 4.5 to 5-star resort. It should be better. I mean, we should not be going to the buffet every night because the restaurants, the a la carte restaurants, are not good. I am not a big foodie. I can eat hamburgers and hot dogs and just, your like 3-star average food. So for instance, let's talk about like the drinks. The drinks at Breathless, some of the worst drinks we've ever had at our all-inclusive. And you can call me a snob, you can call me anything you want. But sorry guys, my GoPro just died and now I've got to finish recording the rest on my phone. But so as I was saying, the price we paid at Breathless, we were just expecting a little bit more. But I was expecting good drinks, some decent food, and some nice clean rooms. Of course, everybody can have a different experience, and unfortunately this was ours, so I want to share it with you guys. Here's what I did love about Breathless. I loved that the pools were huge. I loved the party pool. I liked the vegetation that was around it. As far as the layout, it didn't feel too big, too small. You could get access over at the Dreams Onyx. Even though it was family friendly, that was still kind of cool that you had access. They had a water park, a lazy river. Over there you could have access to their restaurant. So I thought that was pretty neat. But overall, man, I wish I could have given that resort a better review. It doesn't matter about the travel agency thing that we do. We're always upfront and honest. I will always keep it real with you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. over the last few years with all your views, your comments, the subscribers. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will be happy to answer them. If you would like to book a trip with us, I will leave our information down in the description box. We have a Facebook page. You can email us, text us, it doesn't matter. But again, I am not on here to sell ourselves of being travel agents. Book whoever you want to go through, but ultimately this channel is about providing 100% real content. So enough talking. We decided to switch after staying here 2 nights just to get another type of experience here in Punta Cana. We wanted to end on a good note. Like I told you guys, I wanted to compare. Is the food better over here? Are the drinks better? Is the service better? Especially for the price that we had paid, and we ended up paying so much cheaper at the Royalton, even comparing it with a 5-night stay with an upgraded room, as you see right here. So definitely check out this next video coming up. I will show you the ins and outs of the Royalton Chic Punta Cana. Such a great hotel. I really wanted you guys to see the difference of what you can get over here for how much less than, say, a resort like Breathless. Great food, great drinks, service was impeccable, the pools were beautiful. It was just a really good time. So definitely check out that vlog and stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.